I guess you can start by telling a little bit about the project itself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm working on is XR Job Sport. So
Yeah.
XR stands for extended reality. So essentially like a go-to place for all opportunities in AR, VR, mixed reality, and whatnot.
So yeah, I'll open it on the screen. You can see the shared screen. If
Mhm.
you would watch on a stream, it obviously would be with the delay, but you can
Yeah.
see. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, and the reason why I decided to do it is I'm coming from, as I'm a product designer, I'm working kind of on XR related projects. And at the moment, it's really difficult to look for any jobs related to that because there are many different titles. There's AR designer, VR designer, XR designer, spatial, and, with Apple introducing like new terms. And that's the case for all sorts of positions like product managers, developers and whatnot. And it's just really, really difficult to look for that kind of things on LinkedIn, or Google Jobs, or anywhere else. And just haven't been anything like that, so far. I mean, there are a few jobs out there, but they don't look really nice. They are not being updated very regularly. So I thought that it might be opportunity to, to fill a gap or create something interesting that contributes to the community.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, like the job types, right? What was it was AR, right? I just want. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just
so
gonna
it's
write it. So augmented reality, VR. So virtual reality. I also want to make sure I don't forget the full. What was the M? Is it MX? Was it MX mixed reality? What is it?
it's MR.
MR, right? Oh yeah, yeah. I was like mixed reality, and then you also have you have XR, right? As
Yes,
and was that enhanced?
that's the extended reality.
Jesus Christ. I don't even like that. Just that encapsulates all the jobs, right? Basically, they're just
Exactly.
extending the reality. Yeah. So I mean, the job types. I mean, yeah, the industry is more like, and then you have the positions, right? Which is
hmm
designer, engineer.
hmm
What else do you have?
So
Product man. I
engineer,
mean, manager,
product
something, something.
manager, developer.
All right. Yeah, you should write that. Product manager, I guess.
Mhm.
What else do we have here? I'm just looking through the actual listings. Oh, okay,
Producer.
architect as well. I guess the software architect or something probably won't be as relevant.
Mhm.
Artist.
Producer might be also quite common.
That's for the basically creating the scenes and stuff in the like let's say like an engine like a Unreal Engine. Is that
It might be more related, similar to product manager. It's
okay?
just like kind of different name. But producer is more common within, like, let's say, gaming industry, rather than product manager.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah. The industries. We can, I guess, just want to also just I'm gonna list all these things just to later maybe you can refer to like industries, right? It's gaming, a big one.
Mhm.
Then you have what else do we have? Architecture, whatever. Where do we using?
Um,
Where are we using it?
Probably, I'm not sure if
I mean
startup.
metaverse, but I don't want to call it an.
So that's the tricky part
Yeah.
because if you look, for instance, if you scroll for the jobs, you see many companies that are like very typical, like Samsung or
Yeah,
Nike.
actually gonna add e-commerce there just because I know AR, at least AR is pretty big in
Okay,
e-commerce
yeah,
already. Yeah. Although
that's
it's
a good
yeah,
idea.
it's gonna be VR too, but right now AR is already used by
Mhm.
the basically 3D models, and then you just place them in your room, for example, so you can see.
Uh, what about VFX, like a like movie production type of
Oh,
things?
that makes sense because I think they make movies nowadays in like the Unreal Engine, right?
hmm Well, there are also, like, for instance, the Mill is a VFX studio that works
Yeah,
quite a lot
yeah. I
with.
think they actually make movies now and in Unreal Engine and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, we're just writing these things down. We'll go through them a little bit soon. Niantic, that's gaming.
Probably industries design or like technology, so more kind of like broad. I'm not sure.
And you said it's generally hard to find the jobs because they're all over the place, right? Basically, they're not concentrated in like on a single job board, for example.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay,
Um,
first of all, I'm gonna click through any of these links and I'm getting to the job listing on their website. So what's your plan with the monetization or anything for this? Is there any
yeah.
yeah.
So so this is like a very simple version, of the website. That's why it kind of takes right away to the job listing.
Mm-hmm.
I plan to have my own like job description, job details pages
Yeah.
to have more, I guess, pages for SEO. If that's I'm quite green in that topic, so
Yeah,
apologies
I
for
actually
that.
wanted to
Um,
update count. Okay.
in
Yeah,
terms of
let me check. Okay, so site, yeah, we're basically not getting anything on the postjob.com and about page. So we get 3
Mhm,
pages. Actually, I wanted to, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure that, I think I can do it here too. I just wanted to make sure I use some city in the US. Right, let's just go with Seattle. I can do this there too, right? I just want to make sure all the listings, yeah, I get from
mhm,
from a more appropriate
yeah,
location for the market. All right. Okay, so I was already checking like what you're currently basically what's indexed on Google right now, and you can see the problem when you're listing directly to the job listing. What you
yeah,
get is basically about page, post job, and top page. So
mhm,
if I would be like, what do we even have on this page? So let's say interface. Oh my god, is someone following me? Yeah, someone's following me. Okay, we basically get nothing. We get, even if I do VR search on your site, I get like this listing because you have it somewhere in the. But basically, it's not. Uh, no one's gonna be excited about seeing that, you know. So the problem for that is that you don't have any or either category
mhm,
pages separated that are indexed or job listings that have at least some content from the job listing pulled
mhm,
out and indexed.
mm, mhm,
That's like the first thing you already would need to do
mhm,
for the SEO is getting some content. Usually, just like probably category pages. You just like list jobs by category, maybe like a subcategory.
mhm, mhm,
Uh, Maybe implement some filters and stuff for that. Not necessarily filters, but at least have like some kind of like in this place we just have something for navigation, maybe between categories, so they can quickly filter them out. But it also leads to an page that this can be indexed. So you have the first of all the listings index, and then you obviously work on the title, the heading, like the heading 1, maybe heading 2 there, and small
mhm,
description with the keywords, just to make sure that we get it listed appropriately, so we can target the keywords later with the
mhm.
appropriate pages directly. So that's what you're missing right now, right?
Yeah.
It's obvious thing that's always gonna miss if you link directly to the listings.
Mhm.
So also it should have actually at least. I mean, I don't know when was the last time you indexed a page, but if I would, gosh, can I even now? Can I actually get this text? Yeah, I should have indexed this one, right? It's indexed. No, it's not indexed. Okay, is that wait? I didn't even check. Is that a single page application or server side? Is it server side rendered? What
Yeah,
I
it's pulled. The information is pulled from the database.
okay, but it's not loaded after the okay. It doesn't matter anyway. Uh, not as much. I just want to make sure it's rendered right when the Google actually can access it right away instead of passing through JavaScript. Um. Okay. Okay. The listings are listed. Okay. So we have a obvious problem with the indexing, and that's why you're gonna need to add category pages and also like probably just take the listing and I assume you just pull out some of the content that's important. I don't know if you can automate it or not from those listings and just list it on your side and then you add a link, apply for job that can lead to their their website.
Yeah.
So you just get some indexing on your site for the same content that's offered in the job listing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what we need is job listing indexing. Probably some kind of category indexing.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, then we need like filters / links to categories on the homepage, basically.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So I guess we dealt with this basics. You want to add anything? Is there? Oh yeah, also the remote and contract. Those are obviously partially probably as filters. They can be as category pages as well. Just so topically, you can rank for like remote XR jobs or stuff like that. It could probably just be a category page as well then. Anyway, okay, let's get to something more interesting. Probably like let's go to the keywords, right? I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
do SEMrush. Are you using any tools for SEO like research right now?
No.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna use SEMrush, whatever you want to call it. It's like $140 a month.
Mm-hmm.
You could do Hrefs for 29, the cheapest plan, but not gonna get much done with that. I prefer this. You can get 14-day trial if you find an affiliate link online. I'm starting with jobs because I'm gonna go to the keyword magic tool. And we're gonna start filtering out all the keywords we care about. AR, VR, MR, XR. What do I? Augmented reality. I probably want to. Oh no, I already think I know a problem I'll just encounter.
Mm-hmm.
I already know what I'll encounter right now. Okay, so any keywords. Oh yeah, it happened. You see this Indeed jobs Little Rock AR?
Yeah.
That's basically it's Arizona, right? Little Rock, Arizona, Conway,
Uh,
Arizona. Yeah. So we have a slight problem with the fact it's location-based jobs that show up for AR. I'm not sure I can because if I do the exclude keyword jobs in, I'll also exclude some valid keywords. Still
mm-hmm.
near. Okay, but yeah, that sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Okay. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna exclude AR for now. Well, I hope
Mm-hmm.
there's no other states. Hopefully VR is not. Oh, that's gonna be. Okay, VR job simulators. Job simulator. Okay, isn't that a? It's just a
It's a
simulator.
game. Yeah.
It's a game, right? Mr. Beast
Mm-hmm.
jobs. MR. Yeah. Okay, MR. Mr. Nice. Okay, Meta job VR. So that's just people who want to apply to Meta, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Most likely.
most likely. Okay, so they. Oh yeah, That's also. I think that other things that are related to this might be the platforms you're developing for, because you might also be developing specifically for Apple Vision Pro, right? Something like that.
Yeah. Apple Vision Pro or
And
Quest.
even the
Meta Quest.
engines, right? If you Unreal Engine, like technically would be a platform you're developing for. So you might need someone with already specialized knowledge in the with engine. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
fair enough. Anyway, we're getting here, so I guess I start with going with it by difficulty. We just start with something very easy. Check. Oh my god, there's nothing here. Let's go to easy. Fast food jobs, MR job, VR, virtual reality jobs.
Mm.
These keywords are actually not that bad in general. I could check what we get for virtual reality jobs in general. How does it look for US? No degree, remote. So these are like common, apparently, tags that Google allows you to choose. Yeah. Okay, so meta careers, you just get a meta site. How do I get a job in VR? Sometimes you can actually write something like this content, but if you don't have the authority, not going to be worth much for now. So we get Indeed, we get LinkedIn, we get a lot of Oh god, so we get Showbiz jobs. Is that is that one of those also similar sites just for entertainment industry?
Yes, it seems like.
Okay, so Showbiz jobs. Yeah, cookies, nice. Paramount, yeah. So okay, so these are basically there's another job. Yeah, so there's another job board that does basically the same, just for not for MR. Yeah. So yeah, you can see how they do it basically by category. They have a listing by category. They have listing by cities and states, countries, and job titles. You know, some obviously. I have seen that on many of the job boards as well. They would just categorize it like this, which makes sense because you want to have for each of these, you see this link job/category/casting office. So you can rank for specifically matching the keyword with the title, basically title URL. This page is obviously empty. There's a lot of opportunity on the empty pages to include something else sometimes, but don't need to. But that was a good, actually decent example to show the categorization you could do.
Can you expand on that part where you said that the jobs on the main page are also not showing up, even though?
Yeah, the one thing I was wondering whether it's not indexed recently, but another thing is whether this is rendered with JavaScript and it's actually not showing up when the Google checks for the first time. Basically, you should be servers, like you should be rendered server side or statically, and you should just be showing the HTML when the page gets loaded instead of loading it through API or something. I'm not checking that right now, but
Gotcha.
are you? Is it just rendered on a server and the HTML is returned? Because I felt like there was like some like I feel like it's populating the
Yeah.
That's you should avoid that. And just for the quickest indexing, like the indexing time after you submit it to Google and making sure it's actually indexed, you should avoid for this kind of stuff anything that's client-side rendered basically through API or anything. You should try to do everything on the server and just return the HTML or use a just statically generate the site and just return HTML directly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, that's why it's probably not showing something right now for the. Yeah, what I want to. Oh yeah, we were going through this. I'm just looking through what we actually see here. Glassdoor, yeah, a lot of sites. But this is a large. This actually is not a long tail keyword at all. This was I believe that was virtual reality jobs. Keyword difficulty is allegedly relatively easy, but I'm actually not very convinced about that. But it's because not having backlinks right on those pages, although the sites. Let's check what we have here as well. Augmented reality jobs in augmented reality, Mr. Car Wash jobs, AR VR jobs. Yeah, the easiest keywords obviously will be for you to target whatever is easiest, but because this volume is actually very small, and also you can create content for the questions as well sometimes, but there's basically nothing on this that I can find. However, we have basically I'm actually surprised with volumes being relatively low for a lot of these jobs. I actually expect it's probably also our keyword selection here is a little bit more. We probably could take one of the categories right now, and which is the most common category for jobs right now out of out of AR, VR, MR. Is it just VR or AR?
Me personally, I often type in augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, or extended reality because, for instance, if you're in Italy, VR stands for Verona. So when I was speaking to potential users, many were saying that when they were looking for jobs, for instance, on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
and they typed in VR, let's say, product manager, they were getting, product manager in Verona, right? So I
Mhm.
think that's the other kind of problem right now when it comes to kind of looking for jobs.
Okay.
So it
So,
might be, yeah, like
yeah.
augmented reality,
Mm-hmm.
virtual reality jobs, or jobs in virtual reality, jobs in augmented reality, and whatnot.
And which sites are you actually taking this from? You're just going over, are you scraping them, or are you just going over the other job boards, or you're going over their websites? What's your process right now for this?
So it's primarily manual
Mm-hmm.
or shared. So I look for them by myself, or I know specific companies that usually look for people,
Mm-hmm.
and I just kind of curate them manually in terms of which jobs are kind of most interesting at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're having jobs in augmented reality. We have augmented reality jobs. It's actually not. I mean, the difficulty is not actually that bad. So you could prepare categories based on the keywords, basically augmented reality jobs, and include AR, like /AR jobs or something. You could just include the shorthand for it as well, the
Mhm.
abbreviation. Yeah, so just include it in the title of H1. In the description, you can obviously ex- extend a little bit on the keywords as well.
Mhm.
On
When you
some,
say targeting keywords, can you?
I mean that you would be having this augmented reality jobs. You would just be making us. You would be making a category page. Like I'm gonna show it here right now.
Mhm.
Like slash augmented reality jobs, for example, right?
Mhm.
And that would be a category page where you would just have the same job listings as you have right now, but it would be just listing, like it's basically would automatically be filtering out only that category jobs, and that's how you would be trying to rank for that specific keyword with this category
Mhm.
page. So that
Mhm.
would be, and then from there, as we talked about before, you would need the job listing indexing. So you would also need each individual job listing. Ideally, you also have like link back to the category from those job listings, but not this. It depends if you actually can choose a primary category, because often you can't choose a primary category, so you could just link back to the homepage, for example. But
Mhm.
ideally, if you can choose a primary category, for example, for a specific job listings, ideally it would just link back to, like, let's say there would be a job at Meta for augmented reality. You'd be linking back specifically to this category through like some kind of site link, the breadcrumbs. You'd be linking back up to the category page, just because it provides some internal linking, like a page rank to the
Mhm.
specifically this category, and you would want to actually feed that into categories that seem to be worth ranking for, like with maybe a little bit higher volume, and you can still rank for them. Then you would just be feeding in a little bit of that internal linking. So otherwise,
Mhm.
sometimes what you notice is that you look for this like augmented reality jobs, and maybe you add something extra, and it just throws out a specific job listing instead of the category page when the job listing actually doesn't match their query. So you'd want to like provide Google a little bit more context that, for example, this page is more important than a subcategory page.
Mhm.
So what I mean is, like, you have homepage, you have category page, let's say /augmented reality jobs, and then we have a job listing page,
I
which
see.
should be at that point it would be /augmented reality jobs / let's say Nike experience designer, for example. Just for example.
Is it
It, by the way, you don't actually need to do this always with the
Mhm.
through the category. You can also exclude the category. I said that it's optional, but I
Mhm.
would actually prefer those category listing through the category for specific topics where you want to build more of that topical authority.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's based on a keyword difficulty and volume. Sometimes, like, you look for the opportunity where you can actually improve your specific ranking and where to look for that, because you could also do the same job listing page with only like basically homepage / Nike experience designer, for example.
Mhm.
So that would be the default, and then through the category listing, that's I guess when you do a little bit more research.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that would be, and then you would be obviously listing these pages. You would fix the H1s. You would fix the description, and which would again include the keywords. This is like the primary keyword, like augmented reality jobs, for example. And maybe you do /AR jobs, or you do like augmented reality AR job, for example, jobs. Although this will rank a little bit worse, but you could do something like this, for example.
Mhm.
I mean, augmented reality /AR, for example. Leave it like that.
Mhm.
And then the description will include a couple extra keywords that are semantically basically similar. You would probably write what you'd write, for example, you might write find jobs in augmented reality for, and then you might even list, like, for example, the game engines and everything there, like something that's related, or platforms like MetaQuest or something. You would just list something like that in the description, just so you
Mhm.
pick up some of those extra long tail keywords with that category page. And that would be if you're building like this one. I'm specifically talking about category page here, actually. So
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
yeah, so that would be the main, I guess, the main goal. We would go there, but we're still looking at. Oh yeah, another thing, I guess, which you can do, I sometimes have seen it, is like have these salary ranking pages, because it's low volume and it's usually
Mhm.
low difficulty. So you can actually create some category where you actually just have some data pulled out, maybe even from your listings, where you just show like some kind of graphs or
Mm.
listing just augmented reality jobs salaries, for example, right?
Mhm.
And you would just have a separate page for that. So people who are looking for this can land on that page. And you might
Mhm.
even link directly to certain job listings or the category page for those job listings, that they can go from this page to actually looking through the job listings once they realize, okay, I like the salary, give me the jobs.
Mhm.
So yeah, that is nice for some of those very long tail, maybe low volume keywords. You could get some traffic, basically, because you would target directly this keyword with the website, with the H1,
Yeah.
for example. Again, you could build some kind of primary page, which would be like something like, I don't know, /salaries, and then you would do the /augmented reality salaries. You have the primary page, you have sub page which filters out, and you
Mhm.
collect even more of that long tail traffic for yourself.
Mhm. Interesting. Yeah, makes sense.
But obviously, currently, we already talked about those first things. That is the job listing indexing, category indexing. Those will be the first things for you to complete. This is the extra to try to get that little bit more traffic, because this is the traffic you might have easier time ranking for compared to some of those job listing pages like Indeed and whatever else we have here. Yeah, so okay, we can check a little bit more, I guess, for oh yeah, there's also industry jobs like healthcare, which we also forgot, but it's actually supposedly pretty common now that you use some kind of VR environment for surgeries. Not common, but
But when you talk about category indexing, would you organize the jobs based on the categories, but category in terms of like category positions? So xrjobsboard.com/design or designer slash, and then there is a job, if that makes sense. Or
Yeah,
would you?
yeah. You can do by any. We went through that one of those results where the categorization was by location, by job type, basically by position, by category. We went through one of those results we saw where another site was ranking for the like I believe for entertainment industry. They were just
Mhm.
listing basically different categories. So you can create that categorization for all kinds of categories, and not categories but types of categories. You can categorize by job types. You can categorize by position, industries. You can do all of those at once.
I see.
You
Okay.
just create separate indexing. Yeah. The only issue it causes is, which we talked about here, is the top categorization would be problematic if you do that, because generally it would have one primary, for example. You could do subcategorization for everything, but then you wouldn't be able to always link back to the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would just distribute a little bit more of that page rank
Mm-hmm.
between
Okay.
technically duplicate pages.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, there's also a lot of location, low traffic, but they do show up here, which means people are browsing that. Augmented reality jobs in USA, Malaysia, Germany. Are you planning to actually split it between location as well? I assume it's
Yeah.
mostly AR, but you're planning to split it between, I mean, remote, but you planning to split them, right, between locations as well?
Yeah. People
Yeah.
are quite interested in that. So US, I'm thinking most likely through countries, but I've been also thinking about the time
Yeah, by
zone.
search we're looking, it looks like you should do cities as well.
Okay.
Dubai, either about Los Angeles, London, Melbourne, Mumbai, Munich, sorry, Munich, um, Portland. Yeah,
And
so there's definitely cities, basically the main hubs of main tech hubs you have in the world. So they split by
those
cities.
categories don't have to be particularly accessible from the main page, right?
Yeah, you might want to allow the categorization. Basically, if you create filters, right? I can
Mm-hmm.
even I don't think I can do that, but even if we go to that remote, okay. I mean, we know, yeah, this is what got me banned. I mean, banned. I mean, blocked. I think he does categorize by location here. We have you. Okay, this is horrible. I don't actually like this, but okay. So, he does location region EU. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
fair enough. But I would I like even this. I want to already complain about, because I'd actually prefer it's just Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, or something like this.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oops,
That makes sense.
I landed on this 404 page. Yeah, so this is filtering out. Um, yeah, I could do multi-region with these filters as well, but I have a lot of complaints about actually how the SEO on this Peter Level's site is still done. Apparently, I checked one day as well. I have a lot of complaints about it, but he said his SEO is perfect, so I can't contest him on this. Okay. Anyway, yeah, you would have less filters, just like remote, okay, but maybe a little bit simpler. Just have some filters, so they can select by location. You can even just allow them to select by location, and then you land on a separate page, which basically allows you to select basically the main locations. If you don't have like too many locations, you could just have like small cards showing each city, or like a couple regional
Mm-hmm.
cards. Just show them like that by popularity or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, show the
Yeah,
cards, and then yeah,
no, I was just saying that I've been looking now at kind of other job boards, and I understand what you're saying now
yeah. The
with that. Yeah.
the main thing there would be the filters and indexing the each filtered page, for example, even for the city and
Mhm.
stuff. So have some chance to also rank for that directly. The one thing though, when you're ranking outside of the US, is that you might also want to consider at some point, not saying now, but doing the internalization with like I don't know, AI translated just navigation and everything, like AI translated or whatever. That you would actually have listings and the navigation and everything indexed in like German, French. Oh, sorry,
Just
Spanish. Yeah,
yeah.
that's like probably down the line for you. But I personally have seen a lot of volume in many categories, including like e-commerce for Europe and stuff. When you do there's a lot of traffic you're missing when you do only English. Although it's tech field, you still in some regions will be missing a decent amount of traffic. But
Yeah,
that can be sometimes be searched for depending on the countries, and also sometimes they're just more likely to do like be converted through your site if they actually can view the site in their native language. That's probably more in the people probably more interested from the posting jobs side to actually sometimes have that.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So
most of the traffic right now comes from the US. But it's a
and it
good.
makes sense. That it's always gonna make sense when you're doing only English as well. Like no, but in this category, I actually wouldn't stress over the other languages. I'm pretty sure if I would try to browse, like try to translate and browse, there wouldn't be that much like traffic for Spanish or German compared to English. But if you're missing like let's say 30% of the traffic, sometimes worth it.
Yeah.
But not initially. So yeah, the language is low prio. Okay, if you're going, there's obviously specific companies jobs. Another option to, if you have enough jobs later, is to actually filter them by companies as well. Although that you will be, I'm not actually. That would be more like filtering on your website, but I wouldn't actually suggest necessarily always ranking them that way because you don't. First of all, you're not gonna outrank their main jobs website, like page on their site, and you also don't really want to rank for other brands' keywords that much. That can get you in trouble sometimes. Not like too much. They don't want to actually be categorizing yourself, but you're not gonna outrank them anyway. So that part is mostly like you want to categorize it on your own site, even if you're not indexing those pages. Just so they can select by Amazon, like Google, Microsoft. So I'm starting those startup jobs, software jobs. I'm just gonna go over the keywords a little bit more.
From the keywords of actually looking into in Google, the main parts were, as I was saying, like augmented reality jobs or jobs in a full words. I mean that's what it kind of mostly kind of comes up. I think something could be interesting, but I'm not sure how. I haven't looked at myself. Is like like the word spatial, because of the Apple Vision Pro. That's been kind of other keyword that has been popping up.
Yeah,
but it's quite ambiguous comparing kind of to other categories. So I'm not sure how actually that would, how relevant that would be.
Yeah, I'm currently also gonna check what's happening with this one. Just how does it look if I'm looking for entry level augmented, like just position, also like seniority, augmented reality entry level jobs. So Indeed does rank for this, but this is
The thing is that with like Indeed, if you like actually clicked in, like most stuff that it shows up there is not really related.
UR user research. Yeah, this is not even.
So
I mean, okay,
for example,
NASA virtual, yeah, but okay, yeah, I guess this is also based on. Yeah, so now this is just picking me entry level jobs instead of actually picking jobs that are relevant.
so that's what I was like, like also came across is that, for instance, Indeed, I never click on it because you go to the page that showed up in Google, and pretty much like 95% of jobs is completely irrelevant when you
Yeah,
scroll
but
through.
what they actually do here is they literally have the query keyword ranked, and because of their domain like high domain ranking, they just rank for this keyword that they have.
Mhm.
So this is literally what they're doing.
I
So
see.
that's the same thing you need to do, but you can actually have like content that's matching the query, for
Yeah.
example. So you can actually slowly improve your rankings against sites like that do like something like this. I assume this. Let's check this ZipRecruiter. Same thing. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
actually have. This is not what we're browsing for. Like like augmented reality. This
Mm-hmm.
has nothing like the titles. Nothing says augmented reality here. So when
Yeah.
your site does have it, because now what happens is a lot of people just click back. They go back to Google. They were like, I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
They go
Exactly.
back, but they go to the next listing. And if they find
Mm-hmm.
your listing, they actually and see the relevant results. They stay on your site, so your rankings go up over time because the first of all
Mm-hmm.
the click through rate maybe because your title description might match better, and the
Mm-hmm.
time spent on the site will go up. So Google will have signals that they're not going back to Google right away from your site. And that's how you slowly gain rankings. That's why that's contextually relevant results with these keywords matching even this long tail keywords they have. As
Mm-hmm.
long as you have appropriate listings, will actually get you ranked.
Mm-hmm. Um, I've been also wondering, at the beginning you mentioned about when you Googled a phrase, it showed up also like answers, like Google Answers,
Mm-hmm.
and you said specifically about if you have authority in that. Did you
Yeah,
mean like
yeah. Let
authority
me let
from?
me just. I'll just go augmented reality. Oh, this is the jobs site from Google. Yeah, I never see that locally, but there these are actually relevant. Oh,
So
and
this
they're
is
listing through the ZipRecruiter. So the Zip, okay, so they do listing through LinkedIn. Yeah, so they show these job listings from those sites.
Mhm.
By you meant like something like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is actually a little bit better for research than directly ranking for it on like these keywords that are like very very generic, um,
Mhm.
not long tail. What you would have here is you can actually do it for research because you can see the keywords that are coming up. For example, how do I become a AR developer? And then they talk about game engines like Unity and Unreal. So those are the keywords you can tie to the topic of AR, and you can include those keywords in some descriptions or some categorization pages that you create. You can just pull them out. Uh, it does show you like what's the average salary. So there's how much does the AR pay. So people are interested in salary. That's why I
Hmm.
was telling you about that salary categorization.
Yeah.
It gives you that opportunity to start ranking for some long tail keywords related to salaries, and through that you can feed it into your job listings. And that's how you just get some traffic into your site, gain some extra authority. Maybe even offer some kind of interactive tool on that main/salaries page, which allows them to perhaps browse up their range of salary they could expect. Something interactive. Uh, Not necessarily. Calculators are cool like tools, but I don't think you will be able to do like in calculator. But you can do
Hmm.
something interactive that just allows people to just play around a bit, and it generates backlinks. That's the main thing you would want with something like that, is that it can generate some backlinks when you
Hmm.
post it and be like, yeah, here I have this nice tool. When you're looking for a job, you can check this range here. For example, maybe it's for per country or something. You accumulate some data, or
Hmm.
how the salaries are trending through the quarters each year. For example, like what's the trend for each category.
Hmm.
Something of that sense. I'm just throwing some ideas out because I am not, but this is something you would want to think about if you want to generate some additional backlinks for free to your site. Would be just getting something like that people can play with,
No,
and
this
it
is great.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so this section it is good to actually, if you can find good content that you can rank for here, is obviously also good. But I personally mostly use it for research when I'm just checking the topics, because it gives you a lot. It gives you a lot of, like, for example, what's this augmented reality in demand, because people are always curious. That's what I said about also that salary fluctuation through quarters. It's related to this, how much is it in demand, for example. It will obviously define the salary ranges as well. Yeah, so it's like growth, expected growth is 39 annual, compound annual growth is 39%, 40 almost, yeah, expected growth. So obviously that would be important for the field that what else we get at the bottom. We should get even more, yeah. And then you also get these people also search for, and here you have some other augmented reality jobs. Remote salary again, remote, this is just another potential opportunity for you to categorize entry level VR jobs. Again, you could categorize by seniority if you have jobs that you can categorize yourself for those, because you don't want an empty page. Like, I actually would suggest not to do the thing that Indeed, for example, does and ranks with completely irrelevant stuff. I would actually advise you to, especially at the start, to rank with pages you can fill up with at least couple listings, so people spend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for instance, like, the problem with, I think, the aspect of augmented reality and virtual reality is that those things come like hand in hand.
Yeah, I
So
see it. Yeah, I see it.
most likely the job, that covers augmented reality will also be rated virtual reality. Is it okay to have those category pages that, split between augmented reality and virtual reality, but actually show exactly the same content?
Yeah, I think it I mean, you mean that, like, there would be, so yeah, they could show the same listings. Yeah, that's not a problem, by the way. They can show, you
Okay.
can share the listings. I wouldn't want to go 2 levels deep, but in theory, it's actually possible to go 2 levels deep as well with the VR AR jobs, and then going VR and AR separately. But now you can repeat the job listings between categories.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not
Interesting.
a problem. That, yeah, you can just do the two separate categories, have the same job listings. It's just that because people will be browsing each individually and then maybe both together, technically it will be better if you can provide that direct keyword match, AR
Gotcha.
jobs, VR jobs, just to cover more precisely the traffic for those. But yeah, they will go together. You're just gonna be ranking with one or the other.
Yeah. So technically I can just use that just to cover it from the
Mm-hmm.
Google perspective, but from usability perspective, there will be almost no
Yeah, you can
difference.
probably, yeah. But obviously there will, if you have more jobs, you also have a little bit of a difference probably between the categories, because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, because, like, for example, those new Meta glasses, they'll be AR, not VR, so it's irrelevant. Whoever's doing some other, like, glasses I've seen, like, doing AR glasses, they are doing specifically AR, because you won't be wearing an actual headset to be a
Yep.
full virtual reality. So technically, I guess to them the VR part will not matter, and they'll be the opposite with, like, yeah, did bring up a point that's sometimes relevant, which I mentioned with a lot of things. The language you use might not be the language an average person uses.
Yeah.
Like, so even in the technical, whatever technically you're working in the jobs, the language might differ between people as they use it, and it might also differ between, especially people who are looking for entry jobs straight out of college. They might be using terms or words that are not as prevalent in the actual industry, or at least not meant the same way. But you want to kind of understand that that's your potential customer or potential visitor on your
Yes.
site, and you want to address them. So
Absolutely.
their keywords are, like, their language is matching your copy on the page. For example, in the description, for example, you for the category page, for example, in the description, you add those additional keywords that are maybe just so people might be mixing them up. You just add those extra keywords on context.
Yes. So that's why I was asking about whether the same, job listings could come up both
Yeah,
on
yeah, they
VR
could
and
come up. Yeah, I get what you mean. I meant that even additional language that might be coming up, or people mixing things up.
totally.
Just yeah, in the description you can obviously target that a little bit as well.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I personally, I guess, have gone through quite a lot. Hopefully that was helpful for you as well.
Yeah. No, you showed me and told me loads of things that I didn't know about or like didn't think about. So I have like loads of, I think, action points and things to kind of research and dive into. So
Yeah, there'll be a
thank you.
recording of the live stream on like YouTube, X, and Twitch. I guess
Oh,
doesn't say VODs, but so for me, um, so you can always go back to that. Just even that sidebar, just recap
amazing.
maybe some things. Yeah, and
Awesome.
yeah, there was an Adam who was talking about green jobs. That was his, I guess, site as well. I felt like there was a little bit of usability UX problems for me to browse the site. I mean, I could go a little bit over that too, if Adam is here or Adam wants to actually join a voice call, talk about it. I could potentially go over it for like some additional minutes. Just expecting to go around 1 hour, and we already did.
Yeah.
I had to actually pour in a drink because talking so much, my mouth was getting dry. Anyway, is Adam here? Maybe he's not. Maybe he was just in chat.
I think he was around because I've seen his messages. I'm not sure if he's actively watching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll ask if he's interested.
I'm going to ping him on Discord too.
I have them in the Discord. No,
I
because
ping him. Oh.
Yeah. Oh my god. What do you mean you tune in then?
Yeah, he replied to me on Discord. Should I just share with him the Google Meet?
I guess he. Oh wait, he did message me in the small talk. I just didn't notice it. Yeah, sure. You can just give him the Google Meet. You might need to approve him. Um. Oh yeah. It's since we're looking at these green jobs, I already can go to the. Oh yeah, someone's asking. I'll admit. Adam. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, they can hear you.
You guys hear me?
Yeah. Hi, Adam.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm greenjobs.com is I don't want to go into too many details publicly, but I am like redoing the whole website. So what you see right now is kind of just a placeholder. But I was curious what you thought of the current backlink profile and whatever history you currently see on SEMrush or whatever
Is
tools
that
you're
did you buy the site or do you own it? Like, have you owned it like throughout the whole history? Because I see the keyword just appearing and disappearing from search allegedly, based on historic data.
I've owned it for a couple of years. Initially, I tried to launch a job board on it, and it didn't go very well because I had a full-time job at the time, which was pretty demanding. So then I decided to put it up for sale, and the broker, who was very well known, no issues with her. She was very well known in the industry. We kind of discussed it, and I was like, yeah, it doesn't seem like she was getting the offers on it that I had expected, or she was kind of pimping it out, not really getting too much interest. So my thought was I'll just pull it back and try and generate revenue on it and sell it as a business.
Okay. Okay, give me a sec. So okay, so yeah, I can see that this specific domain obviously has been allegedly ranking for some keywords from time to time, and supposedly in 2016, 2020, then it has gone down, and now it's back ranking mostly in pretty low positions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you started working on it, right? Again, is that what you're basically you're currently redoing, right? The site. Oh, what I'm actually missing here is
Correct.
probably. Oh, yeah, I get, because you have you have this weird thing where your main website is on main domain, and then you have the jobs subdomain. Oh, I would advise you to just put everything under a single domain. Is there a reason why it's on separate, like, domain and subdomain?
It's different software, so it's not really possible. I totally agree with you. Generally, it's better to have everything on one domain
yeah, if
for
I
SEO
would
purposes.
no, I just, if I would honestly look at this website right now, and I would go to greenjobs.com, for example, right? I would click
Right.
on the jobs.greenjobs.com, and now just start counting 1, 2, 3 seconds.
Yeah,
A
like I
little bit
said,
long, yeah. So
like I said, I'm not going to go into publicly what I'm going to
yeah.
do with that software, but everything's going to get redone in a couple weeks. So, but I'm more curious what you think of the backlink profile of the name, or what I could maybe do to increase that with competition.
Give me a sec. Okay, yeah, the current experience is a little bit problematic. You have a backlink profile. Let me check. Well, the jobs.greenjobs.com has very low backlinks right now, allegedly based on what Semmer sees, and you have like career resources from Hunter College, Colorado. So you have some educational resources linking to your websites, allegedly. Is that
I
where
don't
you're
know that.
reaching out? Oh,
No, that just happens organically, just because of the strength in the name.
okay. So they've been. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just saying that's what you have right now visible on the. I'm actually gonna go check how they're listing. Okay, so yeah. So green jobs search, is that's not the same thing. It's just because these are the
No, that's a
green. Yeah.
competitor.
Okay. Yeah. So these are the. Yeah. Okay. I see. So this backlink, it's working right properly, no problem. Okay, not ideal though. That it's not actually.
No.
Is this a? Oh, this is the filter page. I just don't land on it when I go to the. Yeah. If the software is being redone, it's already like it's hard to comment. It's just like I'm landing on this, for example, and I don't have the featured jobs, for example. I don't see a single job right now when I land from the backlink. And I don't know if that's an issue with that. I assume that's an issue with the URL.
It's an issue with the software, which I'm not happy with. So
Okay.
what? I can't really say publicly.
Yeah, I mean, I
But
understand. So these are okay. Give me a couple keywords that are very relevant for this whole thing. It's green jobs. So what are the most relevant keywords you can?
probably solar jobs,
Okay,
things of
so
that, solar consultant, something like that. Solar EPC engineer.
EPC. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah.
Nesters, have you done a lot of job board SEO? I'm just curious why you're doing this session with Krystian.
I've just picked up random. Chat. Wait, no, I'm just looking at the chat. There was the YouTube. Oh, Dennis. Fair enough. Yeah. No, the reason why I'm doing this session is actually I was just picking up random people also from the small bets community and just doing some SEO with them. I have done not much job board SEO. I did like some other SEO for some service with Kenny, and I was also planning to do some additional ones with a couple more people actually from small bets community. Now I have not done as much job board SEO almost at all, but I actually went through the Peter Level's Remote OK a couple years ago, which was I guess like 2 years ago, and I noticed a lot of issues in terms of how it was actually organized and indexed. And that was actually one of the main reasons his site was ranking very inconsistently and on like page 2 and 3 on Google, not actually getting the page 1 on some of the keywords he should be ranking on page 1. He was not getting them consistently because he's like the categorization and how the structure of the website was just bad. But he was telling me that no, his SEO is perfect. But he was actually ranking well primarily because of his backlink profile, because he was just based on his brand.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't really. There becomes a point where if you have enough backlinks, your bad SEO doesn't really matter.
We already reviewed it on this live stream with Indeed, for example. They're just ranking for keywords where they don't offer relevant jobs. They don't offer like there's no relevant information on the page you land for example. But they're still ranking for it because they have this very strong backlink profile and like authority in the industry.
Right.
Yeah, so they have that. And the Remote OK, what Peter Levels, for example, had, his brand meant that he was getting interviews with a lot of like even high profile, I believe, the news sites and everything. And every single person was just linking. The new project comes out, everyone's just linking to this site on their blog and whatnot.
Let's see. Well, I mean, this can't be 4,000 good links. I show that he has over 4,000 referring domains, and
yeah, but he's getting that for every single new project he launches. He gets free backlinks, also volume of shares and brand mentions, like the just because it's him launching. So that's how he got the authority. But his SEO at the time there, and even right now, as far as I checked a little bit, relatively bad. Relatively bad. Like a
yeah,
like,
but what I'm saying is he doesn't care because if you have 4,000 links, it just doesn't matter.
But the issue is
you can do. You can improve it, but of course you can always like tweak SEO. But like with 4,000 links, like I'm sure he's just like
yeah. But the
like,
issue for him
whatever.
is he's ranking in the second and third page for the keywords where he should be on the first page. That's the difference, because the first page click-through rate, even if your position 9 is like 3% click-through rate, let's say, from position 9, but if you're on like a third page, your click-through rate is like 0.1% or something. Like it's like a 30x.
I've never looked at this backlink profile before, but it's probably one of the best ones I've ever seen in my life.
No, his backlink profile is insane. That's how he's ranking well, but he's not ranking well enough because of his site structure and the things that are suboptimal, let's say. There are a lot of...
What is that specifically? Because it's like a PHP system or something?
No, just the structure, just the site structure, and like the way he has not working on his let's just go Remote OK. What's it .com, right? Let's just say VR jobs. Look at first of all, already his template, for example, for me is a little bit triggering. This is that with great benefits and pay. With great benefits and pay. Honestly, like this part, I don't think it's a good click-through rate, like motivating factor. And honestly, they could change this to additional keyword or something even better. Like you don't need a same template for every single. And then it's like browse 7+ remote 3D education jobs. I mean, that's a VR jobs. I was looking for VR jobs, but this is the top category. This part description is pretty nice. For digital nomads online. I personally would not do it for digital nomads online, because actually this keyword, I'm pretty sure, is not even that well known. The digital nomads just doesn't connect with a lot of people. You just do for remote jobs and maybe leave it somewhere. like I personally just the click-through rate thing as well, and this is all because he has that all for the templates. But these things, yeah, like it's not like that single template everywhere because you could actually do much better with the templates as well. And he ranks with this quite well. I think he ranks for this quite well actually. Let's check VR jobs. Oh no, I need to do this again because this will be much better for the location. Okay, he's not on the first page. Is he? He's not on the second page for VR jobs. How far will he go? Google careers. Wait, what? He's not on the third page either? Could have done just SEM rush at this point because he's just not. He's not here either. Like, he's not even like that. That's what this is the one of the things I'm talking about. Like, for example, we're having Krystian wanting to rank for VR jobs too, for example. But even Peter Levels is not ranking for them, and he's not ranking. And he's not ranking for them because there are some.
I think probably going into that is like outside the scope of this call, but there's like a lot of variables to that. So like you would need to actually have a page for it, and then like a decent amount of jobs.
No,
and the reason like an Indeed and a like LinkedIn does that is because they do sort of this programmatic stuff where it's like they'll pull all these VR jobs. Some of them could be related, some of them not, but at least they like generate a page with jobs there. So if someone's not doing that at all, you're not going to rank for that, right?
Yeah, no, there's
like other nuances.
There's a multiple factors with that, and I'm simply meaning that with his backlink profile, he is being outranked by a lot of sites that are way lower in terms of backlink profile or even authority. He's being outranked by them. He's not even in the top 100 as far as I can tell. And this is a keyword that allegedly has only 590 volume in the US and 32%. Like, there's no excuse for Remote OK to not rank high for this keyword. Not like very high, but being somewhere in the contest of those first couple pages. There's actually no reason for him with his backlink profile not to be ranking for this. Like this, there's not much excuse for actually not be ranking, even about like top 100 especially. There's no excuse for him to not rank much higher with his ability to gain so much authority with all the backlinks he had. That's what I mean by there's not just the programmatic SEO part. There's an actual issue with the way the internal linking and might be even a thing that his filters are also not completely indexed. I haven't actually checked. But yeah,
my understanding is he's not earning that much money on the job board right now, which is kind of an issue across the industry.
I think he was making quite a lot again. No, can you check? I'm blocked. Can you check? Can you check his? Wait, was it levels VC? No, that's not the right. That's his investing profile. Because I'm blocked. So yeah, I'm blocked. Just no.
He said during the interview with in one of the podcasts recently that he was getting around 20K again.
Yeah, that's a decent money, but yeah. So no, he's doing these. I think it's one of his biggest businesses now, right? 20K was pretty big for him.
I think it was bigger. I can't really comment on that again. I think it was bigger initially.
It was very big,
and
then it died down.
The entire job market is not doing too well right now in terms of like recruiters I talk with, job board recruitment marketplaces say we're in a recession or economic slowdown, whatever you want to call it. So obviously that affects hiring and that affects the recruiting industry. But my more probably question to you is in terms of content against other competitors, and you'd probably have to do more research, but what would you recommend someone like myself do that has an existing backlink profile? Something that I've experimented with recently, which I think a lot of people have, is I've been doing. I'm not. This is the thing. This is a good idea with greenjobs.com, but I've been doing bulk content with AI, and then just like uploading that. And I keep thinking, oh, Google will like figure out this is like not good, and somehow they don't. But what I do later is I go in and essentially edit articles that are ranking that Google will pick up because I want those to be human edited. And then the other articles I just I'll either delete them after a while or just let them go. Um,
Mhm.
but that's essentially kind of what I've been working on with different sites and experimenting, and it's been working pretty well.
No, it makes sense. I mean, yeah, the Google that as long as the content is actually like providing good value in a sense that the Google flags for like bad engagement, high bounce rate, etc., are not triggering this like just farming content or maybe full of ads. Google generally
Right.
just doesn't care at all. Yeah. I mean, yes,
Yes,
those
I'm
need
like,
they don't care, but the thing what I have noticed is that a lot of sites that end up losing traffic, they actually don't have like very strong brand. The backlink
right.
profile is one, and the second is also the actual brand search, for example. If you can have a decent brand search, which is a very strong side for e-com brands, for example, brand search is usually pretty strong. So they also basically have not really lost rankings across the board throughout these updates because they just have strong brand search, which I feel like is this like the one of the most important variables right now, aside obviously from having good backlink profile, is just having strong brand, like brand search. Because I've seen some sites in ecom rank mainly because they have a lot of social media followers and they don't have like a huge backlink profile, but they have really strong like brand search profile. So their brand search is, for example, 5x of their competitors, and they rank way better. They actually outrank the sites with better backlink profile and even like better SEO like on site than those that just have just pure 5x brand search. Those sites just simply outrank sometimes. So that they obviously do receive some volume of no follow backlinks through social media when they obviously do the social media campaigns, and that's where they're getting a lot of traffic from. But still, I noticed that the brand search has been actually a huge factor in getting many also not losing the positions to all these updates that suddenly just kill the niche sites, for example. The brand
Are
search usually, yeah.
are you experimenting with any AI tools to sort of help you create content and things like that?
Yeah, I have some. I actually have some people know that they're a little bit more specialized in specifically generating AI content. I do use some. I've done that also from some e-com sites as well, other sites, and I would say that it's nice to actually just just go over take the whole list of those long tail keywords and like questions and just generate the like specific articles for that and then do some internal linking between them.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so
There are people that think, oh, I can just like go in and I think these are people that aren't as, I think, skilled marketers, and they're like, oh, I just go in and then like upload this all. And I'm like, well, there's like a little bit of like, yeah, you got to like link them together. And then, yeah, to make it sound more natural, even I find even if you're using like really high level prompting, you still have to go edit it.
yeah, I would say human editing is important, especially also like for the key parts that people will be browsing through, especially like the headings and the description and the meta description and meta title, and also the top part which people might actually read. Like you want to have it as, let's just say, as natural, like natural sounding, and also like just have those internal linkings appropriately there. So it's linking between both, but it's also a signal for Google if you're doing that internal linking that you're actually providing some context for PageRank for Google, like how these pages are related and which pages are more important, which pages are less important. So of course, I would not recommend just uploading the content from AI. I mean AI and just going with it. I would obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people that do that and they still rank, and I'm always like,
Oh, they
damn,
do rank. Yeah, they might rank, but I've also seen where people do that. And on one site, I did something similar, not too much, but I've done very like almost no edit and very limited ranking. And actually, one of the Google updates did kill the AI pages. Basically, Google didn't kill the categories where they actually had topical authority and they were already like having like human generated content. But those categories that were purely AI and they also had almost no topical authority for, those just lost traffic basically like 90%. And that was one of the Google updates. So obviously when you're doing all that internal linking and everything, you're actually providing that additional authority to your content pages.
Right. Cool. All right. Well, I don't want to keep you too long, man.
Yeah, but yeah, for your site, I'm not entirely familiar with your site. I understand that for us to properly evaluate how we could move, for example, even forward, is actually having a proper software set up as you want it to look like, and that's actually like functioning well as well. And then we could then it would be easier for us to actually look through and understand,
Right.
because for example, like this SEMrush doesn't find too many backlinks specifically for. Okay, it finds for the main. That's what I said.
The main domain, there's a
Yeah,
lot of links.
that's why I
Yeah.
said your main domain doesn't have the listings, but the listings are on jobs.green jobs. But your backlink profile is for the main thing, so it's not indexing the job listings on the.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep,
you're losing
I'm aware.
technically. Yeah, you're losing that juice there from the backlinks. So that's literally. Yeah. Now you're seeing this. Okay, like okay, there's something, but your job listings need to be on the same domain.
For sure.
Okay, so you have you're linking from okay, what are we looking at here?
Those are all my backlinks, right?
Yeah, I want to see what follow backlinks you have, and also what do we have here? Content. Let's check content links.
I'll be jumping off.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
again.
Oh yeah. Bye. Okay, so we have sustainability, some kind of WordPress site with 218 external links. They're just listing. There's a huge list of jobs. Yeah, main issue with something like this, although this is technically maybe this site has some authority, although it's the pages from 2013. The main issue with something like this, where there's a lot of outgoing external links, is that that link value is diluted because of the amount of links. Yeah,
There's
going
a lot
out.
of links from .edu, like career pages.
Oh yeah. I actually
those are pretty valuable.
I like that. The reason why I like those edu pages and stuff, because those sites often have very high domain authority, like the DR rating. So those pages actually provide a lot of value in terms of because it's first of all, it's
100%.
technically also sometimes like government pages as well. If anything that's associated with the state government, etc., they very often have very high authority. So having those backlinks is like nice. Like for example, locally for us here, there's sometimes ways to get like state from the state pages as well to get like some kind of linkings through. For example, where you sometimes get backlinks. Well, this would be expensive, but for example, you're making a small donation for something, right? And you have this link to your website, right? And it goes, for example, because it's some kind of state organized thing, like federal level organized thing. For example, they just link that with the donation, and there's a link, and that backlink would actually carry a lot of weight just because of the fact that the actual state websites, EDUs, etc., they have just very high domain authority. So sometimes
that's one of the nice things about job boards, if they've been online for a long time, which I tell recruiting firms, and they don't listen, is like it's much easier to build a really strong backlink profile, because these career centers, they're not going to link to a recruiting firm. They do link to job boards though. So you can have these old job boards that have these insane backlink profiles from a lot of .edu resource pages, and it's always like, yeah, those are, I don't go out and try and get those. They're just generated because people link to it naturally.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, I think the lot of value and rankings you're losing, traffic you're losing, is just purely based on the fact that you don't have the job listings on the same domain.
Yeah.
And properly
I agree.
indexed. I think that's actually where you're losing a lot right now. I think you would you potentially could have an incredible amount of not incredible, but significantly higher. Like, I don't know how many times more traffic if you just get everything under one domain and get that like page speed and everything under control. Not not like 3-4 second load speeds, more like 1-2
Yeah.
seconds. Like just so it feels almost instant. Like just I think you actually would probably have way more traffic. It would probably grow gradually, but you'd notice a significant difference. Because yeah, your backlink profile is actually pretty nice with those EDUs and everything. So
And what do you recommend when people don't have a good backlink profile? How do you build that out?
well, I guess your example is pretty nice with those EDUs and everything. If you can get there, I'm not entirely sure how it was actually built for you. How do you actually get those on those EDUs in the US?
People just link to them.
Oh,
They're like career.
they actually go through. So you don't even try.
Yeah, it's like
Then you never try actually contacting them or anything and telling that the jobs are listed here.
once in a while I will, if it's a competitor or something, and I notice they're getting a link, and they'll sometimes respond, but most of the time it's pretty random, if I'm being honest,
Okay.
with getting these .edu links. But if you
Yeah.
have a authoritative job board and it's been around for a few years, it will get .edu links for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. For people who don't have links, I mean, you have some kind of, I guess, directories and stuff. Because I'm not very involved in the job boards. I generally can just look at this a lot of SEO and like see the gaps and the issues, and also like a lot of improvements with the categories and how you can obviously get the pages ranked. For example, I can obviously see the issue here with the domains and everything, and also even this probably the page speed as well, considering it's loading so slowly. I assume the website is not meeting the core Web Vitals assessment, which is basically the Google's assessment of whether the speed meets like whether the website meets the speed requirements for it considered to be a good user experience. I assume you are missing that on that website too with the current speed, so that actually gives you a penalty, especially on mobile devices. So that's just compound effects of having a couple things wrong that probably have a pretty huge impact on your rankings. Because performance is not a huge problem as long as you're meeting that core Web Vitals assessment. If we go to page speed insights, and which site are we doing? Are we doing green jobs or are we doing the other one? It doesn't matter probably. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's here. I'm getting largest contentful paint on mobile based on their robot, 7.5 seconds. Now what it should be. Wait, I'll expand the view. Good below 2.5 seconds is only 13% of the actual users in the last 28 days. So this, because you're failing like this is a penalty from Google, by the way. This is there's basically not a single this metric is met, this metric is met, but the overall it's failing because these two are completely failing, and this is on the edge of being poor as well. So that's actually and what's on desktop? Same. So this is giving you a penalty for ranking from Google, and that's hopefully the software can fix this. Obviously you also drop top of this, but if you still will be anyone's listening, I'm actually talking about this site a little bit more. The performance part is actually page did not paint any content, so I think what happens here is the bot expires. the whatever bot is okay. Anyway, yeah. I think I should also stop streaming soon. Yeah, unless someone else randomly wants to jump in, but I assume there's not actually anyone else who's interested right now, unless who else do we have? No, Dennis is not joining, I guess. Did we have Fernando? Okay, it's probably for me as well too much. Maybe it's about time we stop this. Already have like 15 tabs deep. Wait, you want to do it? I guess I drop a message to you where you can join voice chat. Can you check DMs on X? I'll drop you a link. You can join a voice comms. I will disappear for probably a couple minutes before we start, but it's been a while. I mean, okay, I guess you're joining. All right. Hey, we do voice here. Hey, I guess
I can hear you.
You can hear me, right? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So
Yep.
I'll probably. I think I'm taking a couple-minute break. But we can start soon. I'm pretty sure I'm taking a couple-minute break because I've been streaming for like an hour and a half. Oh no, it's been an hour and a half. Yeah, just couple-minute break.
Sure.
Yeah.
What do you need from me? Like
I guess the
just send
domain
you my
name and
domain
everything.
or...
We'll talk about some keywords. So maybe if you have an idea of what keywords you can already provide, then the website will. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Sure.
Okay, I guess you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I
I
guess
sent you a few keywords through Google.
Oh, you put it in the chat. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go over quickly. I've been obviously streaming quite a long time today, so
Yeah, no
read
worries.
these. Yeah, just go a little bit over it today. That was Zen Whiskers, right? I'm just gonna also check the organic research. Oops. I'm gonna check zenwhiskers.com. Okay, so you're ranking a little bit already. So 23 with an image. How often does Spaces restock? That's interesting. Okay, so you're not currently ranking as much, but there's some people browsing cat. Okay, so yeah, the cat house. I would actually like to see what we're getting when someone browses this. I assume you get IKEA first, right?
Maybe. Or
actually, maybe
let's
not.
see.
Oh, you're getting. Oh, yeah. This is one thing you
No,
already.
but that's IKEA, yeah, and
No.
Etsy competitors.
But this is already one thing you need to also already check, because there you see that there's literally individual brands ranking here, and they have some don't even have reviews on their products, and this is eBay as well with them. So you need to this one thing you already need to consider is this Google Merchant Center shopping feed. Basically, you can feed the merchant listings into the Google from Shopify, for example. You can do that with an app.
Okay.
And you can get them start ranking here. That's already the first thing. If you're not doing it right now, it will be if you do your own feed, you can control this and you can control the content. I'm trying to click on them, but this SERP doesn't allow me to do that. I'm gonna need to copy it over to this one, so I can show you better, I guess. So okay, sponsored ads, a lot of ads actually, and then we get these popular products. So we get to these that people actually buy, and you click this, it opens a sidebar, and there's usually this one doesn't even do that, but there's usually also a little bit of description like this about this product. You can add some additional keywords here as well about this product, material, and everything, and this title. You can control this with those shopping feed apps, and they can be different from your actual product descriptions. So you can kind of control a little bit of those keywords for these merchant listings. So here you actually get this keyword and you get the actual nice shopping feed. And you can potentially get here if they have like this only one shop, only one Etsy shop, no reviews, you actually likely can start ranking for these. Even if you don't rank for this top block, you might rank for the second block, for example, or even the third block. You can start ranking on these. But you ideally put a feed through, you upload it to the Google Merchant Center, and then you enable it to which countries you want to show it in. Free listings or also ads. If you do ads, obviously you will do with the same feed. You just need to enable them for ads, the ones you want. If you do ads.
So I just go on Google Merchant Center and connect my store, and they start doing that.
Technically, yeah, but connecting that store is that you need to prepare a feed technically, and the best way to do that is a couple of those shopping feed apps, basically the shopping feed apps that actually help you generate it. Yeah, I can't like name it off on top of the head because those names are quite generic, but there's a couple of good ones I might link later somewhere.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so this is the first thing because this is just some free traffic you'll be getting on those keywords. Even if you don't rank well in the text, you occasionally might start appearing in these somewhere on the first page because they don't look like they're very competitive here.
I see Reddit ranked quite high up. Would you recommend posting on Reddit? I actually validated my product there. I just didn't say I was selling it. I just said, hey, I came up with this wacky idea. What do you think? And people quite liked it. But do you think maybe I should like add a link to that post or make a new post?
I would say, yeah. I mean, with the Reddit, obviously, it's hard to get these. Like you need to be smart about it, and you need to also be actively like they have an account that's relatively active on Reddit, so it doesn't look like complete spam. So it actually goes through, right? And you could actually. What's more interesting?
Oh,
yeah.
I just found my link actually. sorry to it's the third Reddit one. Huh.
This one.
No, I had the second.
Oh, this.
Yeah,
This. Yeah.
that one. I believe so. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
your.
There's my
Okay.
product. Yeah.
Okay, so. And did you actually link the site as well somewhere?
No, I don't. So I'm wondering because this was just product validation. I didn't want to get people, hating me and getting pissed off for self promotion.
Yeah, yeah. That the main issue is with that self promotion, obviously, but it looks nice.
Yeah, and if I can I add retroactively a link there just to
You
like, hey guys, I actually people really liked it, so I decided to make it into a product. You can buy it here. Like, I don't know who is going to go there, but like,
yeah, I think
would it
that
help?
I think that does get flagged on the because like I think those links do get flagged on Reddit as well. I've noticed that even if
Oh,
you retroactively add, like I noticed that sometimes those links they just disappear. But obviously you can always try and see if those moderators on that subreddit actually check, because it is kind of probably a smaller subreddit, right? Like it's a big one though. It's actually even a big one. 12 people online, so not much, but actually a pretty big subreddit. So I saw like you could try. I mean, there's not much to. But obviously, adding to the
much to
post, it
lose,
will be
right?
easier with a comment. It will be easier to edit in a comment, not in a post. Obviously, yeah. If it's in the comments, people because in Reddit people usually browse to the comments a little bit, the top comments. So as long as like there's like a link there, yeah, oh yeah, I chose this, or at least mention your brand name. Like one thing you don't need to always go with the links because links get the links will get flagged, right? But you would be I got one from Zen Whiskers. And now what it does is it kind of gives you an extra brand search opportunity, which also a strong point for e-commerce. The important is just getting the brand search up as well. So when people, if they read it, be like, Zen Whiskers, and they browse Zen Whiskers in Google and they land on your store, that's just a brand association with your page. So I actually would say that just having a link maybe is not the play you need to do, even risking anything. You just have the brand search. Just include the brand, Zen Whiskers.
Yeah. Okay.
And that can even work a bit easier with a post, because you're not linking anything. You're saying, I got this one from Zen Whiskers. Might be a little bit easier to sometimes digest, especially if you just leave it in a comment somewhere instead of directly in a post. So yeah, I would just say like maybe you can try playing with the brand instead, because here, obviously these posts are ranking on Google pretty high. So some people will be clicking through. Just leave your brand there, at least for now. There's also this content that's even ranking for this, like the YouTube content. So there's even opportunity for, like, obviously this has quite a lot of views, but there's actually some opportunity apparently for getting YouTube content, or potentially something else. Oh yeah, I want to look at this one. It's ranking pretty high. Meow Lifestyle, so it's a cat blog.
Oh yeah, this is kind of like the niche that I'm in. IKEA Galax hacks for cats. Like if you're trying to be super specific, that's my niche.
Okay. And have you like worked with any of these or even contacted any of these influencers at any point?
No. I haven't.
Okay, yeah, so this is literally the niche, right? This is the niche specifically.
This is the niche.
Just these kind of interesting.
So would you recommend maybe contacting, like, this is clearly a blog, like might it be worth contacting them and say, hey, can you
If
feature a
this is
product?
not their product, this is brand new from IKEA. So this is actually IKEA collection.
IKEA.
So this one is IKEA collection, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So maybe just maybe in some of these. Oh yeah, here it is. Have you
Oh,
hacked?
how do you hack your Cal
No,
action?
no,
or
it
your
makes
cat
sense. It
family?
completely makes sense. So you'd be like, yeah, I actually did, and I actually considered. I really liked it, and I considered making it into a product. Do you want me to? And sometimes maybe like you need to actually like entice them a bit more. Do you want me to send you a free, a free
Yeah.
yeah, and then they might actually feature if the blog is still active. They might end up featuring you, or on Instagram, or in a blog post, for example. This is
See, there
2019,
we
but
go.
but this is
Meow lifestyle.
yeah. So this is the kind of opportunities. Yeah, obviously with the blogs, you generally they haven't posted since last year, which is a little bit sad. Oh wow, they haven't.
Hmm.
There've been only one post last year, and then 2021. Now another thing with these blogs that stop posting for a long time is depending whether they're actually selling any of their products anymore or anything. Sometimes there's even opportunity to consider being like that you actually help their blog by a guest posting, but in return you
Hmm.
get to promote your product.
Hmm.
So the exchange of value is that you're writing content for them, so they rank with something extra if they're actually still making any money from some kind of whatever, like whatever they have here. And in exchange, you're getting a little bit of backlinks and some brand name building on their blog. I would obviously it looks like they're from Switzerland based on location
Yeah.
because apparently but they write in English, so you can contact and try something like that. It might actually work out. That the exchange there is that you maybe can also do some guest content for them, and if they're still active. Other times I've seen people actually just straight up buy out the blog because it's like it has some authority, but it's not being maintained or something. So sometimes the price is not high. Obviously, I'm not recommending that, but that's
Yeah.
one of those things. Yeah, when you're actually committed to a niche and you maybe validate your product that it's like it can sell. Then you might actually consider some of those things like getting actually a blog that has some authority. And so you can turn it into more like a funnel for you instead of someone. What was their shop our favorites? Let's check what they do. Okay, so they sell tools and books and stuff. Oh, Amazon links. So they're affiliate. That's affiliate. Oh, wait, this is all affiliate. So they're actually just affiliate. They're just trying to make money through affiliate. Fair enough. And this is a paid ad placement. Yep, this is a paid ad placement. So this, whatever, and considering the blog has not been maintained, I don't know whether they're paying anything like annually, monthly, or anything, but there's a chance this ad placement is free for grabs. But it depends. You would need to research this domain specifically, and yeah, just gonna mention it. Lifestyle, for example, guest post, ad placement, product review or whatever. I think I think this site actually looks it's an old site, but there's some potential on those. It looks interesting, by the way. It looks interesting. Okay, what else do we have? TikTok videos. Okay. Actually, no, I'm looking at this. I feel like because there's a lot of TikTok results and Facebook groups ranking, I think there's a lot of chance to actually, rank for this. Because you're here.
I think I actually found myself. Okay, that's me.
Yeah, but you're pretty low actually. It's like position 30, was it? Yeah, it's 32, but
okay.
But it's pretty nice that there's supposed to be a featured image as well. Out of stock, unfortunately. That's because you're still not
Yeah, it's still out of stock. So like my product is in the US, it's just making its way to a 3PL. So it'll be in stock soon, actually.
Wait, on your website, do you have like at least like some kind of notify me? That's nice.
Yeah.
Does anyone actually click it? Have you had any?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, because you're ranking a bit
I
too
haven't
low.
really
Yeah.
checked.
I think
Yeah.
it's because you're ranking too low, so probably not
Hmm.
yet. Yeah, but I think we talked about it once a little, like chatted about it a little bit once. I said that you would want to have social proof here or like some user generated content, you know. You have your own content, which is nice, but you kind of do want that additional social proof for your product just so people feel like, okay, yeah, cool. Oh, this is this generated together with Francesco?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I recognize this. Nice. Nice. Yeah, this new ways of generating is pretty, like with the flux, is pretty nice actually. And this is how you transport it, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think there should be like some short content would be nice for these pages. Just for the page specifically, having a little bit of social proof and for user generated content, and maybe a little couple extra blocks actually showcasing maybe some of the images could be moved to some kind of content blocks here. It's just more interactive, especially on desktop when you're just looking at the page. And this share block, almost no one uses it, by the way. They just copy the link from the browser, like from a mobile, for example. They don't click on the share, so it usually just remove that. Is there anything else currently actually active on this page? That's one product, right? So I would not even use I would not use the collection page at all. I would use a landing page if you have one product, and the landing page would have all those. You know how when you sell a single product, you have a set structure of features, not features, but like some kind of showcasing basically how it can be used, how it can be easily transported or whatever. It fits into the materials. You highlight the some like the benefits of using this over whatever material. You could even do that comparison because a lot of people might go into IKEA website and then they look for alternatives, and you'll be like, yeah, this is better than the IKEA's options because this, you know, like that kind of. You should not actually shy away from comparing that because people already know they could probably buy an IKEA website. You would assume so.
I have a landing page, but it's hidden. I was planning on using it for ads, but do you think maybe I should like make it the homepage? Like make the homepage into a landing page that's just dedicated to this product?
Give me a second. There is something. Wait. Give me a second. No, I just received a call and it was instantly dropped, but it was not a spam call. It was actually from someone I know. Hopefully nothing bad's happening, just an accident. Okay, yeah, it was an accident. All good. Okay. Yeah, so you have a landing page, but you haven't completed it?
Yeah, I had completed and I have it for like, yeah, it's hidden. I was thinking of using it for meta ads.
Okay, yeah,
Like,
but we're talking here, like, first of all, I'm clicking here and I see this middle page, right? We don't need this page in the middle. If it's one product. And even if you're gonna have couple upsells, you'll be upselling them probably directly either from the landing page or the product page. You're just gonna have some upsell sections here, maybe right next to the add to cart button. Just gonna, or maybe it's gonna be a pop-up after they add to cart and want to go to checkout. You actually insert that sometimes annoying pop-up, but it performs well. Like
it works.
It works. It actually doesn't reduce conversion rate almost at all. It just increases your average order value. So if you have an upsell, like you don't need to have this collection page in the middle. It doesn't showcase anything valuable. So especially while having these filter and sort, like basically this page has no value in terms of like the user experience. There's zero value. So the catalog would be currently just linking directly to the product, but the actual product page can also be a landing page instead of the product page, and just the landing page format might not even be it could even be through pages / the product page instead of, but nowadays with Shopify editor, you can actually achieve quite a lot here too. So you might also do this on this page. Depends. But yeah, I'm just saying that technically this should just be the only landing page you have for now. Like either this product page or made one through the pages, and then in the editor you set up sections, whatever way you choose. You can leave it the product page, but you just transform this page into the more of a landing page style with all the sections here and everything. Because you have a single product. So
for now, but yeah.
I mean, obviously if it's going to be upsells, you still might not need to change the structure than how it is now. You might still be able to upsell all of them through this product page or through pop-ups. So you might not need to actually change anything for the upsells, except just continue using this page. It's only if you're going to start using different products, like specifically, but I'm not sure what different products you would be selling that are not upsells to this product.
Oh, I do have some ideas that are not
okay. So that's
necessarily complementary, but that's in the future. That's not now.
Yeah, just for now, I think there's no reason to have the extra step. And the cat advice will be a blog, right? Something like a blog.
Yeah, I just created a quick article on ChatGPT just to have something. But
I think you should definitely work. Yeah, we should definitely have this kind of content, and you should look around those keywords, because obviously it's called cat house, but like it's called Alex cat house, whatever you call it in Swedish. But what actually is okay? I'm going through, like, if I'm looking at the cat house, I assume there's a lot of outdoor. Maybe I need to go a little bit more specific.
Cat condo is also.
That would be that's for indoors. Common for indoors. This keyword, okay.
Yeah, that's more common.
Condo tower. How to build a cat. Okay, so there's even now. This is even like sometimes these keywords. Okay, this is actually high difficulty, but do cats like condos? This actually looks reasonable. You see, our cat. But do cats? Cat. Are cats allowed in condos? This is different, but yeah, that's actually irrelevant. But for example, if you go to questions specifically, you already get some ideas like how to build your own cat condo. Now you can actually have some ideas shared how to build it, but then you still upsell your own product for like if the person just wants it done, and they actually like the design you have, the style you have, the material you have, they'd be like, oh yeah, actually this is what I want, and they buy your product instead. Can you build a cat condo out of cardboard? Now you could also write an article for that. You could write an article, you could showcase it and be like, yeah, but if you don't want to do a cardboard, you can do this, and it's better.
You can just buy this thing. That looks better, doesn't get destroyed.
Yeah, you just list it. Yeah, you can do this, and then you just list the drawbacks and be like, here, a better material, better solution. You can buy this instead. How to build a cat condo out of wood. Yeah, there's a lot of how to build, like the do-it-yourself. There's probably there could probably literally be a subcategory which is like some kind of just listing some kind of do-it-yourself.
Could be a list, right? How to make a cat condo. Okay, well, how to make it out of boxes, right? So that's one part of the list. And how to make it out of wood, and different types.
Yeah, there's also the how to clean a cat condo. So another topic, cleaning and maintenance of the cat condos and whatever houses they have. Yeah, that's another topic. A ladder. So yeah, cardboard. Okay, yeah. So the two things I've seen for so far is mainly how to build it, the do-it-yourself part, and the other part being also like some kind of cleaning, maintenance. Mostly building though. Mostly building on the question side. Where to buy cat condo furniture? Well, that's actually relevant. It's zero. But zero volume doesn't mean zero volume. The reason why it actually shows up here means that there's actual volume for that, because it wouldn't show up if no one was browsing.
It wouldn't show up if no one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so there's like it probably means there's like maybe couple tens, couple hundred of searches, but they might be actually very, very very high intent. So as long as they're from a
Hmm.
region where you can sell them, this could
I mean,
be
it's where
relevant.
to buy. It's like
Yeah.
it's very high intent.
Yeah, so this would be, and where to put as well is an interesting
Where to put cat condo in your
yeah.
Kallax, your
Yes.
IKEA Kallax.
Yeah, if you have like just mentioned, if you have IKEA furniture, one option is in your Galaxies, put it
You can put it in
there,
your Kallax.
and then we have a product for that, like and okay, yeah, also like something nice like who builds cat condos. Obviously, that's more probably on the ordering someone, but it's still,
Mm.
it's why are cat tree okay, cat tree condos. That's a little bit. But yeah, there's a lot of cardboard. You can literally see like the keywords based on like the keywords included. By number is like make, build are the top, and even the cardboard is 13. There's the tree, buy is 10, so you have 10 keywords with the buy. Yeah, in Singapore, some location-based search. But pretty nice, actually. I would say actually this condo's not looking that bad. If you go to the back to the keywords instead for this, so now we're going away where they have everything. Now what we see here, the volume is big, like big enough. And the difficulty not necessarily that bad. Like if you see 20 difficulty, 3.6K with the cat condo for large cats,
Yeah,
doesn't actually sound that bad.
small cat condo would be better. In this case, like cat condo for large cats is not my product, but yeah, I get it. Like it's low difficulty, high enough search volume.
And the top search is even newcatcondos.com, and it's landing on a cat tree instead with 0 products. By the way, look, there's an
Oh, wow.
opportunity. See, this is actually doesn't have any. First of all, it's a large cat trees, and it has not. Oh, yeah, it has description, but it has no products. Wait, no, what? Wow, this website has just bad UX. Was that the problem? Like,
This
look.
looks like shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I literally, because if I would land there, I would actually have closed the web. If I would have landed to what I saw initially, I would have already closed it.
Oh, you have to expand it. Okay.
It expands description, but the actual products are here, but you kind of like they fade in a way. Like I start scrolling and then like so I don't see them on the above the fold. It's actually like these are the small mistakes you shouldn't be making. These are the small things you should the mistakes you should not. But there used to be a time when every website was doing these transition animations and like fade ins and stuff, and with jQuery and whatnot. So they did everything like this. That's actually how you just lose traffic, lose buyers because they just close the website. Okay, so yeah, there is actual products. It's just the website has bad UX, and that was number 1 over Amazon, by the way. So allegedly, they have 7 backlinks to that page. Not much, actually. But yeah, there's a cozy cat furniture. Reddit again, kitty mansions. There's a lot of these niche sites. I assume they have decent all city canvas. Bing.com? What? Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. No. Wow, I think this result is like obviously this is not your product, but this result actually looks like it gives you some indicator that perhaps there's a lot of opportunity in similar keywords.
Small cat condo is one.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Still good. Not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And it's okay. It's mostly US. All good. Cat condos for small spaces. Very good because it's a perfect furniture as well for that. Yeah, cat condo small. Very good difficulty. I would say definitely already can see that. Yeah, you should probably try to generate content for these. Already work on that. Maybe do. I wonder what could be the content the content pillars, like categories for this. A little bit hard to imagine for your category, like how you could categorize different categories and then branch out under each category, just to have a little bit more yeah, I'm losing a little bit my train of thought because I've been streaming for 2 hours, but but I meant that you I don't know if you can like split categories separately for your content. I think there's like this do-it-yourself idea and maintenance and whatnot still potential because you can extend beyond just the cat condos. You can extend to maintenance and things outside a little bit your product, just as a supporting like complementary content for your topical authority that you would extend just a little bit out, outside and you would be just maybe that's actually later will serve your complementary products that you'll be selling. So if you branch out a little bit outside of the condos, but you just add a little bit extra content on the same topic, but just that's something that helps people. Useful content, as Google calls it, helpful content. Yeah, they obviously not exactly rank the helpful content at the top, but sure. Yeah, no, I think at least we're getting something here as well. Like, there's definitely keywords for you. Well, that's what I meant initially. I even felt like it's a decent niche because of the keywords you can actually use with low volume, low difficulty, for example. Just sure, low difficulty, but some of them with the where to buy and stuff, there was probably something you could still use that is already high intent. But yeah, I think I'll be jumping off of the stream soon.
Okay,
we
yeah,
can
sure.
actually probably do it some other time, but a little bit more. Not. But that's
Yeah.
not at the end of the stream, but actually in the just separate. You can probably set up a separate stream sometime, so I don't. I can actually do a little bit of a better job. But I think we get a little bit of ideas of the.
Yeah, I already got some ideas, so that's really good. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right.
Thank
I
you for your
will
time.
probably end the stream and
All right.
probably see you some other time, I guess. All right.
Yeah. See you all.
All right. If anyone's still watching, I guess we just end the stream for now. For today, I mean, not for now. It's been a